Hello and welcome to episode 67 of Out of State Daming Podcast. I'm your host, lluksblackheart, and able to join me today is the lovely LadyCelt. Hopefully Bacon gets done with whatever shenanigans he's been roped into, because he's supposed to be here today. Oh,
Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
yeah, speak of the devil and he shall appear. The summoning word.
I am the devil. I am a white devil, but I am the devil.
Hey, it's the same difference. Before we officially get to covering the last couple of spells for this level of spells and then getting into next level, I'm going to do this now. There's a good chance that in the next coming week there's going to be a bonus episode, and LadyCelt's just hearing about this. I mean, she actually has her real life, and I can't bug her 24/7. That if
What is that supposed to mean? I have a real life. I happen to be available 24/7.
Yeah, my point exactly.
Fuck you, Jacob.
Well, you can go suck an elf.
I'll suck an elf.
Yeah, a nice big elf too.
Find me one short enough to qualify.
I think if you're under 5 feet, it counts.
No, Munchie's set then. She's 4'9".
Yeah, no, but like I was saying, in next coming week, if everything lines up, there will be a bonus special Christmas episode of the podcast where me and as many people in my community D&D server can. We'll just be discussing D&D Christmas related D&D shenanigans. Pretty much items that count, creatures that count, spells that pretty much just stuff that counts in D&D that you could use for a special holiday game session, and things you could possibly do for your party to help celebrate Christmas so it doesn't feel like you're just showing up and playing on the holidays like it's a normal game session. Because I know there's a lot of people out there that want to have that special holiday feeling for some of their games, even if it doesn't fit in the current in-game calendar, they still want that special feeling. So unless something doesn't go right, in the next week or so, there will be this special episode where there's going to be between most likely me and Bacon, plus whoever happens to have the time to show up, because we haven't been able to narrow down an exact date. And there's not that many people that know about it that are actually capable of throwing their 2 cents in and joining at the moment. So we have a few problems on the actual date, but we are trying. So anyone who sees this, like, hi, Nerd Oasis with his emotional damage. We will be causing lots of emotional damage. I mean, I cast emotional damage. Hey, listen, depending on the spell and who you cast it on, any spell counts as emotional damage. Like a dry lich, and you create water above it. Emotional damage, as it takes gallons worth of water damage. So, you're naming possibly any given spell at any given time. But thank you for your comments. It's much, much appreciated. But like I was saying, we're trying to do the Christmas episode. And if you see us on doing a Christmas episode, it's because, well, we managed to get it off. And yes, LadyCelt, if the stars align, you are welcome to join it because, well, you are part of this podcast. And last I checked, you're part of my D&D community, unless things went awry. But we'll handle that later with more details.
Yeah, unless I'm like driving or something, because I do drive a lot.
Yeah.
between here and Virginia. So
Yeah, but I just want to get that out there that we are currently working on a special Christmas episode because I didn't do anything for Halloween, even though several people looked at me funny that they thought I was. So I'm going to make a conscious effort to make something for Christmas.
okay, and
You didn't
coming
even
up
do
if you
anything
want.
for my you didn't even do anything for my birthday.
Well, you didn't do anything for my birthday.
I bought you a Christmas present.
I hate you sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Pussy.
Oh, you giant asshat. As soon as I get to the post office, Santa's gonna hear about this. But
Go ahead, call your mom.
as the tired dog
uh,
who's already messed up stuff on the bed. Yeah, make your bed. Then get a dog that unmakes it for you. Emotional, damn. Thank you, nerd.
I've already got one. Thank you. She even takes the covers off the furniture.
But now that I got that out of the way, back to the main topic at hand of discussing the last 5 level 7 spells before we dive headfirst into 8th level spells. So the first out of the last 5 is Control Weather. This spell can be good because it can get rid of storms. So if it's a rainy night or a hailing, technically a blizzard, you cast a spell, take 10 minutes, and it's gone. Or you want to better cover your tracks and make it harder for bad guys to do something. You can use Control Weather to make the weather bad. Yeah, it kind of sucks for you because you're now inside the bad weather, but the immediate area is still going to give problems for everything else. So you can have fun with it there. So talk about raining cats and dogs. The next spell is it's a spell that a lot of people don't want it to be level 7 because they want access to it a lot earlier. Mainly because there's several monsters you can run into that get almost unlimited free access to the spell. Ethereal Jolt. What this spell does is you become ethereal for 1 round per caster level. And that pretty much means you're like a ghost. People now can't really actually harm you unless they have means for their weapons to affect ghost or ethereal things. So you can get away with not getting hit in combat. So it's really good for the magic or for pretty much the sage, the mage to go, "Ha, I'm ethereal. You can't actually hurt me, you big scary monster."
it's just no.
Yeah, can't touch us. Yeah. But like I said, there's a lot of people that hate the fact it's a 7th level spell. They want it to be as low as 3rd. So that should tell you just how many people like that spell. How many people want to use that spell. They don't want to wait till like level 14 to be able to cast it. They want to get it as early as possible.
Well, and see, people want it for that reason, but I don't think they're looking at the bigger picture of what that spell can really mean. As soon as you described it, I'm like, yeah, I could do a lot of devious shit with this.
Yeah, because when we go and we cover each individual spell, its limitations, its requirements, we'll be able to go into further detail on Ethereal Jolt, so you can get a better grasp of how that spell can be hilarious. But it's one of the spells that, in my personal experience, from what I can directly remember from the spell, it's just a really good spell. especially if memory serves, if you're actually fighting ethereal creatures. Because if you're ethereal and they're ethereal, you can now hurt them. So who needs to get a ghost touch weapon when you look at the fighter, hit him with ethereal jolt, now he's ethereal, now he can go fight that ghost. Because they're now both ethereal, and everything he has is ethereal.
So how did you fight the ghost? We killed the fighter.
Pretty much. But we made the fighter a ghost, and then they fought to the ghostly death. Yeah. So
they final death at each other.
It's final destination for the ghost. But yeah, that's still a really good spell, so you can kind of see why people want it a lot earlier than when it appears. The next spell has made many people rage quit. I've seen people try to flip tables. I've seen people cuss each other's out. I've seen DMs end a game session early or just end their game early. Players just get up and leave because someone in the party went, hey, I don't really want to, be fair in this fight. Reverse gravity.
Oh, sure. When other people aren't fair in a fight, it's okay. When I'm not fair in a fight, it's a problem.
It's always a problem. And what it does is for it's pretty much this 40 by 40 area. It might be a wee bit bigger than that. Gravity gets reversed, and it can go up to 40 feet high. So you can look at a group fighting, hit the area with them, and they'll all go up. And just like with any AoE spell, same Team Farva kicks in. Because it's hitting everything in that affected zone. Because it's technically not just hitting creatures. I laugh when you are the problem, Bacon. Talk about emotional damage. No. But it's it technically also works on loose items, carts, people's mounts, anything that's technically not bolted to the ground. So you can kind of see where I'm going when I say people have rage quit over the spell.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not because the DM had a monster cast it, because not that many monsters has utilized this spell. I can't even directly think of any at the moment that actually have it in their stat block without a DM altering or throwing it in. This is almost exclusively a player did it spell. And unlike Fireball, where it's immediate, hey look, everyone just took fire damage, it's, how do you like taking a handful of dice 6? Okay.
No, don't like.
Because 9 out of 10 times it's because I'm there with him. We are still not sorry for dropping the Lich's Tower on him.
I'm also not sorry for casting the Death God.
Well, I like to say when it comes to going, hey, Death God, come help. The number of people that are like,
I do enjoy
thank you for doing that.
Playing with a petty person.
Yeah. The number of people are like, thank you for doing that, isn't that many. And I'm pretty sure Nerd Oasis is one of the ones that's like, thank you, Bacon, for saving my bacon.
Yeah, there wasn't many grateful for that, but...
Yeah, because they were pissed off that you get, I'm going to cast an end, I'm ending this fight. How? Death God. Trump this. You're
I'm going to wipe...
What were the fruits of these labors? What happened? What ended up happening?
So it actually it was a bullshit thing that ended the campaign. We were at a point in the campaign where we were going after one of the minor generals of the BBEG. Turns out it was one of our former players, because We really hated his character. Everybody wanted a chance to fight him. Well, Lux, our lovely DM, designed the fight for a party to fight them, not for them to be solo fought. Well, the first person to dive in was our shaman, aka Nerd's Oasis. He dove in to try to 1v1 the general while in Chimera form, and in Chimera form he was our tankiest fighter. He got one shot.
Well, not necessarily one shot. He just got hit.
Okay, he got one turn.
In one turn, it killed him.
Right. So
Damn.
now to be fair, there was my character had seen a prophecy about each character's deaths in the party, and that was the first of the 7 deaths in the prophecy. So upon seeing that, I invoked my prestige classes, unique trait, which I was the summoner. I invoked my death god I had a pact with. And it proceeded, not realizing, hey, a death god is extremely powerful against undead. The entire army we were fighting was undead. He proceeded to clear the entire field for us in less than 3 seconds. When the general tried to stand and fight, he looked at the general, breathed a little bit of fire, and the general tipped over dead.
The death god isn't I'm an undead death god. It's a true death god that's like, good luck undead, because I'm going to make sure you go back to being real dead.
So, at the time, there was 7 of us in the party.
Yeah, about that.
3 people rage quit immediately because I did that. 2 of which went to Jacob and complained that I did it. And Nerd sat in the corner laughing maniacally while going, "Thank God I'm alive. I shouldn't be alive."
Well, he had a sentient magical item that had a once a month resurrection ability that, even though it had a month cooldown, it pretty much would trigger it if he died. He died. It triggered it. So he got real happy real quick that he had that, and several other party members were also happy he had that. But then everyone, a good chunk of the party, went, I don't like the fact he just ended a fight, because again, they got so many of them got stuck up on, I want to 1v1 this.
And the other thing was too, is another part of it was well, your class is too OP because I designed it that way. There was no limitations on what I can do. I designed my class to be as strong as possible.
Nerd, if you're
you were strong the entire.
Sorry for interrupting. Nerd, if you're going to join us, it's going to be for the rest of the podcast, not a brief cameo. Our cameos are for the podcast, for like the length of the episode, not for 5 minutes. Then if you want to join our shenanigans, because you are a surprise guest host.
Emotional damage!
So, and the other thing is that people were bitching that I was OP the whole campaign, and in reality, up until the last 4 sessions of the 1-year campaign, I was the weakest character. Mm-hmm. I was stuck at level 2.
Yes,
thanks to XP deficits.
Yeah, and I will say this too: said party members that complained and or rage quit were the same party members when asked the question, okay, what are we going to do next? Had nothing to say and or do. So it was always either Bacon or myself trying to push the campaign, whether it be doing sidetracked BS or main mission stuff, mission focused objectives. But I will say in my 1v1 thing, I was not intending to be in said 1v1 situation. Our lovely DM Lux decided, hey, you're alone. You're going to fight this guy now. And I'm like, I don't want to. Because I was just going to fly around and kind of do little bits of this. And
basically, he made himself a target.
And like thin out the army.
But yeah, no. To add on to what Nerd said is these particular party members would bitch that we were giving main character energy, and then we said, okay, we're gonna sit back for a few sessions and let you guys do everything since you guys have a problem with us doing everything. And when we did that, they proceeded to sit there quietly and not know what to do.
Yes.
Or
okay, I will be right back.
Pushed a direction that ended up costing the party how many years in time?
and then got pissed off because it cost the party years in time because they didn't think it through.
Like,
yeah,
we were only
and I do
22 days. It's like 22 days here. Time is drastically different on these two locations.
I will say this though, when it comes to like kind of getting back on track, because I was listening in on the podcast a little bit. The control weather spell, 7th level, would also pair very well if there's a shaman in the group to cast, what is that spell's name? Thunderstorm? Call lightning? Yeah, because it will buff that shaman's call lightning spell when if
damage goes up.
So like
D6.
So if it's clear and there's like a lot of people around, or there's like a really big strong guy, if you're I guess these are wizard spells.
Sorcerer and wizard.
Sorcerer and wizard spells. To be like, hey, I'm gonna do this to help my party member to be able to help us by do more damage. That could be another use of said control weather spell, which I don't think you had said anything about that, because that was one of my favorite spells with my particular shaman. Which I didn't go the spell casting route for the shaman. I went
I want to turn into as much
shape change
awesome things as possible.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't want to be a 3'3" Badger?
A halfling-sized badger be a halfling-sized badger person that could turn into a chimera.
Yeah, exactly. Who wouldn't want that? And then later on, who would want to be, halfling size and then turn into a like a 20-foot some odd treant?
Yeah. Who wouldn't want that?
I had a lot of fun with Badger, which I was also at the end of that campaign was graciously and nice enough to donate that character and all of its stats, magical items, and everything else to Jacob for him to use as a NPC player in a similar style campaign. Well, if he ever does decide to do that. Because I no longer have that character sheet because new PC, none of the information's on my hard drive, so I don't have any of it.
I have all that information.
Yes.
If that character would make an appearance as an NPC, it would primarily be if I run another campaign in that particular region. And if the party actually is in a position to actually interact with it. Because not everyone likes forced NPC interaction, especially when the NPC isn't a weak, pathetic, I can't do anything, I have to solely rely on the party to do anything NPC.
Yeah.
And Sate, one of the people that was in this campaign, for those who are listening, is one of the people who didn't actually care that the god showed up. He was like, cool, did we win?
Yeah, because Saint was came in late to that campaign, didn't he?
He came in late, and he was the he had a lot of bad blood with that person anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he was our fighter per se.
No.
Yeah.
No,
He was our dragon.
Oh
yeah.
yes.
Because just like
That's
the
right.
person that a lot of people end up having way too much bad blood for because that person was, not being smart. He came in with the similar thing of, I went to Bardic College with him because I'm also a bard. Even though it got then revealed that both of them were battle mages pretending to be bards, and Saint mainly did that whole pretend to be a bard thing to piss the other person off because he knew it would be freaking hilarious.
and we thank Saint for that.
Comical relief when.
Yes. Though I think a lot of the comic relief came from Bacon and myself, i.e., hey, let's throw a badger at a steel wall, then turn into a chimera and then proceed to knock itself out.
While a golem starts chasing it, or running at it.
Yeah, fun times.
Yeah.
My butthole still puckers at that one.
It was worth it though. I loved it.
We opened the door. My head hurts though.
Yeah.
we
I
opened
did
the door.
specifically say the ram head, so it was supposed to be a lot harder than the other two.
We opened the door, but the badger's at 1 HP from opening the door.
Hey, I would have died if I didn't pick the ram head. Because I mean, if I picked the lion head, that would have been, smush. Dragon head, smush. Ram head, a little bit harder.
Multi-tons being flung at way too high of a speed at
Mock Jesus.
Wasn't steel.
That was an adamantine door.
He said metal. How was I supposed to know it would be the strongest metal in the known universe?
Well, that's just it. You didn't, and we didn't ask, and we didn't examine it. We found out the hard way.
You just standing there like Pinky Dinky Doo. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh no, we were expecting it. We were expecting it. We weren't expecting it to be as funny as it was.
They also weren't expecting the construct on the other side that activated going, someone's violating this location.
I'm going to violate them. And unfortunately, at the time, the badger couldn't do anything to defend himself because, well, he was taking a nap. And he had a bit of a headache. All I could think of is that meme of the when you see the game character get sniped. I have a head. Anybody have ibuprofen? I've got a headache.
Yes.
Yeah. Good times.
But yeah.
All right, next spell.
Yeah, the next spell is a spell that if you're a diviner, you get it somewhat earlier, and it's status. Oh no, sorry, wrong spell. My brain just misread a spell horribly. Statue.
I was like, please don't let it be status because we have to bring up metagaming again, and I don't know if I'm ready for that discussion.
No, but I said my brain just horrifically misread that word. It's statue. Subject can become a statue at will.
Really? Really? That's all. That's exactly where my mind went with that too.
Talk about horrific misreading. No, but the memory serves on the spell statue. You don't suddenly switch to I look like a gargoyle or I look like an angel. It's you, but a statue version. I can't remember if if anyone decides to mess with you as a statue, if you feel like a statue or not, or have the weight of a statue. We would have to double check that later on. But it's still
we're gonna have to change the lyrics of the song "Monster" by Skillet. Instead of "I feel like a monster," I feel like a statue.
Yeah, I could see some fun uses of that spell come into play, like for
Like you get flung up in the air, statue. You now fall on top of somebody's head as a statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but therein goes the question: would you react like a statue and break and crumble into a gajillion pieces?
When we hit the spell itself, we'll be able to answer that question and many more questions. Because just like I said in past episodes, and probably will say in future episodes, the little details like that we'll be able to answer when we get to that individual spell. And since that's an S spell, it's going to be pretty far down the line. So it's going to be a while before we get to answer that. But it still can have uses for if you're in an area that has statues, you can pretend to be a statue. If memory serves, if you are a statue, a Medusa can't turn you to stone because you technically are stone. So there is some get out of jail free cards with it. So if you think out of the box, you could technically have the biggest heist deal ever. Hey, Rogue, you're good at being quiet and not being seen, right? Right. We're going to go sell a statue that looks exactly like our party's Rogue. So you can see how it can be hilarious. Now, the Paladin in the group may go, we're not doing that because that's wrong on multiple levels. Mainly because it counts as forgery. And potentially another thing that we can't really, another S word that we can't really say on here without getting in trouble. But moving to the last 7th level spell, and this spell will probably tickle everyone's fancies, even though it has limited in the name. This spell has lots of uses, and it's Limited Wish. It pretty much lets you alter reality within spell limitations. So it is the kitty version of the spell Wish.
It's the Wish version of Wish.
Yeah.
It's what Wish wishes it was. How much wish do you have to wish if a wish could wish?
You'll be surprised.
That hurt me to say.
I wish upon falling stars.
D6 psychic damage.
Emotional damage.
I mean, I can leave Discord and come back on that one.
Taken in the form of XP drain.
Oh God, here we go again. Lose an XP.
Okay. But yeah, Limited Wish. Again, the name limited, so you can't like. I wish someone to not ever be born, or I wish I was the ruler of this country because it's limited. But you could still use it for minor.
I wish my dad came back.
I believe resurrection is inside the limits of Limited Wish. I believe when we.
Oh, he's not dead. He's just a dick.
Exactly. But when we get to limited
emotional damage,
the limits of Limited Wish will go away. And attempting to move on.
Jacob can't even keep his composure.
No, we can't. We are going to end the 7th level spells and start on 8th level spells. Because everyone loves a big old 8. And we'll be starting pretty strong with Dimensional Lock.
That's what she said.
Well, I mean, LadyCelt's being pretty quiet, so no, she didn't say it. Haha.
No.
Now, what Dimensional Lock does is teleportation.
Oh my God! Put it in me. The fucking giggle. Bro, what are you giggling at?
Y'all.
I would like to remind you we are still live.
I was just laughing at Jacob's reaction to it.
Okay, let's try this again. Dimensional lock. Teleportation and interplanar travel is blocked for 1 day per caster level. So if you don't want anyone summoning anything, or you don't want the bad guy to escape, you can lock the dimension, pretty much the area down for days, so no one can escape, because they cannot teleport nor plane shift of any kind, because they're now stuck where they're at. It also means...
Can you lock me in a dimensional plane?
No, is dimensional lock a end of, like, you cast that on an individual or an area?
I believe dimensional lock is the AoE version of dimensional anchor.
Okay.
So
that's like, that's just like, hey, yeah, well, that's like, hey, we're gonna fuck you and us at the same time.
Yeah, it's the area denial. So if you're trying to teleport to a location or plane shift from where you're at to the same equivalent place on another plane, and you can't, either you're in a dimensional lock or the place you're trying to go to is been locked. So, like, for instance, if you're trying to teleport back to the capital, but this place you chose has been locked, you can't teleport in it. So you pretty much get edged teleporting to as close as you can be to that location without being...
Yeah, we get to edge.
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
Okay, now
nope, I did. I'll own that.
Hey, look, this is something I need. Mind Blast. Subject is immune to mental or emotional magic and scrying.
So back on dimensional lock, can you put that on somebody? Never mind.
Gonna hurt you. You're lucky you live in a different state.
Why? Do I get a free hug?
It's not the hug you want.
Emotional damage.
There is that. Okay, the next spell, Prismatic Wall. Wall's colors have an array of effects, and if memory serves, it works just like Prismatic Spray. Each color has its separate effect, from like idiocy to taking a lot of damage. My name is Jeff. So it has like 8 different effects, if memory serves correctly. So it's a lot of things. I have seen people upset other people with Prismatic Wall. Because, well, it's Prismatic Wall. Kind of looks like rainbow. That's constantly changing. How many people do you think would have a problem with a rainbow wall?
Fucking homophobes.
Exactly. Or people not comfortable with their sexuality. So I've seen people use this spell simply to irritate other players. Because, like,
I sexually identify as a toaster.
It's like, why are you casting it? Because it's rainbow season, biatch. It's like, oh, god damn it, no. It's like, can you not waste your spells? Save it. They're like, no, it's June. It's like, it's my month first. But moving on is, hey, look, protection from spells. This confers a +8 resistance bonus for spells. If memory serves,
nice.
It's one of those spells that surprisingly not really anyone ever actually uses, because, well, like I said with other spells, they rather save it for, like, I'm going to instantly kill you, or I get to do this horrendously stupid thing. Being able to go, hey, you have a +8 when someone casts a spell on you, that's a big bonus. Like, that's a +8 to will saving throws to not be dominated, +8 to reflex saving throws to not be lit on fire by that fireball, +8 to fortitude checks not to get that disease or be poisoned by this. So it's like it has its uses, but not that many people use it. So it's one of those spells that should probably be used a lot more than it has. And if you're listening and you have used this spell, good for you. You are hopefully not just using it on yourself, but using it on your allies, because this spell can help multiple people, not necessarily with one casting, but still going, hey, look, I'm going to give Nerd here a +8 for the emotional damage that Bacon's trying to cause us with his random emotional damage spells.
I'm doing really
emotional damage.
You don't have to hit it twice. God, how?
I didn't know that the emotional damage guy could beatbox.
Beatbox. Okay, the next spell is a spell that, just like Fireball, can get the entire group to look at the mage and go, I hate you. Because it's an AoE spell that lasts rounds. Incendiary Cloud.
So does that mean Fireball is the Wish version of Incendiary Cloud?
Incendiary Cloud does 4d6 fire damage for as long as it's there. So every single turn, everything inside that fiery cloud takes 4d6 fire damage. Which means if you get to last 3+ rounds, you're already doing more damage than a fireball. But since last I checked, it's I think the duration is like 1 round per caster level or concentration. One of those two. But either which way, the amount of damage you can do to it is more than a fireball. All you have to do is keep everything in it. But because it lasts a while, things that aren't in it look at it and go, I'm not going to willingly walk into a burning cloud that's literally trying to incinerate everything that's in it. I'm going to go around it. Therefore, slowing down and or directly stopping the enemy. So if you're in a dungeon and you look down a hallway and there's a group of enemies coming down, you can go, well, they're either going to start to burn to death or they're going to not pass through this. What do? Incendiary Cloud. We can go this way now. Or if you have something trapped in a room, you can go, hey, you're trapped in that room with this burning cloud. But just like Fireball...
I could see that pair well with Force Wall.
Just like Fireball, friendly fire is turned on. And when I say I've witnessed mages do more damage with this spell to the party members than they ever did with a fireball, I mean it, because it's like, hey, we're literally in a trapped room where in order to get out, we have to get through that bad guy because it's blocking the door. Incendiary Cloud, I'm going to cook him to death. What does the bad guy do? Because of where he placed it, 5 foot step back, he's still blocking the entryway, but the entire party's now trapped with Incendiary Cloud. And he won't dismiss it.
It sounds like something Bacon would do.
If he was trying to kill the entire party, yeah. But if he's like, oh, I just boned us. He has the mentality of, this ain't working, I stop it. So unless he's deliberately trying to kill party members, he'll most likely dismiss it. But it is one of those spells that, if not used correctly, just like a fireball, or if you just don't care about the condition of the tavern everyone is in, Incendiary Cloud. Go ahead, firefighters, put out this fire. Everything's going to be reigniting every single turn. Ha ha! Okay. The next spell is a spell that probably should get a lot more use, but this is my favorite spell to prove that, hey, you guys aren't as smart as you are. This bad guy has this, and you guys didn't listen to any context clues. the spell Maze. This is a pretty good spell. Traps subject in an extra-dimensional maze. Can anyone take a guess to why that can be an instant total party wipe?
No idea.
How many bags of holding does the party have?
Oh.
How many portable foxholes does the party have?
That never would have entered my mind.
Oh, when I say this spell isn't as used as often as it should, but it's also one of those you guys aren't as smart as you think you are. Especially when you're like, hey, this bad guy's known for using extra-dimensional space-based spells to protect himself and imprison enemies. That's a pretty big context clue to what he's going to use on you, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you go up with everyone having at least one extra-dimensional item on you? What's the bad guy do? Goes, hey, I'm going to drop this spell to make this fighter, who I know has a horrible will saving throw, but I also know if he gets to me, he's going to probably brutally injure me. Mace. Fails will saving throw.
You good, Nick.
Bro, hey, do you have any bags of holding or portable foxholes? Yeah, I have a bag of holding type 4. It's like, oh, great. Yeah, you're not actually in the maze. You've been thrown into the astral plane, and everyone within 10 feet has to make this will saving throw or be tossed in the same thing. Oh, did I just end up having 5 out of 7 party members go to the astral plane because they all failed because the barbarian wasn't within 10 feet and the rogue was the only one that passed? And then the barbarian makes a stupid thing of, don't we all have bags of holding?
Ella.
So, yeah, it's also funny when the rogue goes, okay, I got rid of my bag of holding. He can't do that to me. Hit him with it and go, yeah, you've got one thing. What? You have a portable foxhole. So, when I say if the circumstances present itself, there's several spells that are just, okay, game's done, you guys lost. This could possibly end up being one of them. Because if the subject isn't trapped in a extra-dimensional maze, because it's an extra-dimensional space. Yes, I remember the kitty. As long as
he's fat now.
I can see he's getting Pink is chubby as hell. No matter what, we can't get that cat to lose weight. But I said,
this one is a thief.
Yeah.
Like, he steals the dog's food. I have to feed Ashley in the kennel because they'll beat her up and take her lunch money.
Yeah.
And Ashley's a big dog.
Yeah. Cats. But I said this spell, if it's not shoving someone into a maze until they manage to get out, if they have any form of extra-dimensional space currently on them, it can easily end up being a one-tap. Because if you're not prepared for the astral plane, which is easier said than done, well, that character is either throating through random space or about ready to get eaten by some demons. So, yay. I just got spammed with bestviewstreambots.com. Nope. That person gets banned because no, I don't do that. The next spell is another planar spell called Planar Binding Greater. As lesser, but up to an 18th hit die creature, which is pretty much means you can get something as normally as powerful as one of the greater archons, or maybe one of the greater devils or demons to show up and do your bidding. It's not necessarily one of the spells you want to willy-nilly do, because just like with any sort of binding spells, if it goes away and or the entities manage to break free or completes the task, well, it knows who you are, and there's a chance it's going to come somehow back to get some revenge. So you could end up creating a mid-campaign section boss fight with a greater demon going, "Stop summoning my minions," or "Stop trying to summon me."
Yeah, that
I
could
mean,
go
didn't
badly.
didn't Badge kind of do something similar to that, but without the spell? With the skull, like an amphibious Tarrasque per se.
Oh, no, that was you just forgetting that if a Taras body isn't, well, bones and all, isn't actually permanently destroyed by acid or fire or other things done, because technically speaking, by the actual text, you have to get it to a certain negative and then wish it to be dead. Uh, Taking its skull,
I made
shoving
it
it
my
into
pet.
a bag of holding, and then forgetting that it has regeneration capabilities, and then going, "Oh crap, we now have to deal with this problem," and then burning so many wishes that pissed so many party members off because limited rings of 3 wishing. Who bought them all and then used them all? Hi, Badge.
Hi, was worth it.
Well, yeah, it was. Here's a magic stone that's supposed to work on animals, but now it works on magical beasts. I burnt wishes so that way I can have a Tarask as a friend.
Yep, because I wanted to be able to take said item, chuck it, and be like, Tarrasque, I choose you. And I did. It was worth it.
That depends on who you ask. There's several party members that are like, not worth it. Mainly
Oh,
because
Bacon
they
was laughing
wanted
pretty
the
hard over it.
wishes.
Of course, I was laughing hard. I mean, I found it hilarious.
Well, I said
To
several
be fair,
people thought it was
I
hilarious.
played that
Other ones were
campaign.
pissed.
I played that campaign because I wanted to play D&D so bad with Bacon for a very long time, and then we finally get into a session. I just treated that campaign like it was just Bacon and I were there. Just
Well,
us.
sometimes it felt like it.
Because it practically was.
Yeah, because even though Saint was there, he due to his household situation and him not being a lazy piece of crap, he couldn't be always at the mic. Other people were either late or had some reason for not showing up, or weren't, like you guys said, necessarily adding to it. So, was I particularly mad that you bought the remaining rings and then didn't share with the party and you burnt them all so you can have a bloody Tarask as a goddamn animal companion? Not really, because I thought it was funny. Because I knew what direction it was going in. And it was hilarious.
It was worth it. If I could do it again, I would.
Yeah.
Because rule of cool.
Yeah, well, rule of cool. Was I annoyed that I got treated as the enemy by multiple people because I let you do it? It's like, yeah, I became the bad guy because I wouldn't let anyone else buy more. It's like, there's only one place to get them. There's going to be limited.
Yeah, well, okay. So to be fair, the other reason they were mad was because the only 2 people in the campaign ever got rings of 3 wishes.
That wasn't my fault.
No, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying they're stupid.
And I just so happened to be smart enough to get the other 3 before they did.
Yeah, because they always.
That's why I said, "Hey, I'm going to take this money."
I didn't have to buy any; they were just handed to me.
You got lucky and did lots of really good rolls, and like the one time, it was up to the party to decide who got one.
They fought.
Yeah, and who ended up with it?
Hi.
It's like you weren't even trying to get it, and you ended up with it.
Let's roll to see who gets it. The one person who had nothing, who wanted nothing to do with it, got it.
Well, didn't we tie for it?
No, because you would have had it because I didn't want it because I had already gotten 2 of them prior from good dice rolling when one of our party members decided to play with the deck of many things, and we were forced to draw cards, and my ass pulled the card. Hey, there goes all your magical equipment. Hey, there goes all your HP. Hey, you just got teleported. Hey, you're now technically supposed to be dead. But here's a ring of 3 wishes, so you can just nullify most of that.
Was the card that gave you a die 4 wishes. You rolled a 4.
Yeah.
So you got 4 wishes on top of being boned.
Yeah, I had to use 4 wishes to get my shit back and get back to where I was supposed to be.
I do remember that.
How do those spells work? You've lost your HP. Nuh-uh.
Well, okay, so that spell, technically, if I had zeroed out, there was no getting me back because I was a vampire at the time.
Yeah.
So, luckily, Lux and all his greatness there decided to let me use a wish to counteract it before I hit 0.
So
many things is besides the fact that if you declare that you're drawing X amount of cards, your character has to draw this X amount of cards, 1 at a time. So here's the thing. Here's the part that he hasn't gotten to, but I'm going to explain it early. The player that decided to pick up the deck because, in her words, "Ooh, shiny," had never used it before. The minute we heard it was a deck of cards, Nerds and me started laughing and said, "Yeah, we're walking out of the room." And then all of a sudden, Lux goes, "Oh no, you're all trapped in the room," since she already technically touched the deck. And how many cards do you want to draw? Not you should declare if you're going to draw X amount of cards. How many cards do you want to draw? So it turned into us having to split. It turned into us having to split the deck between multiple party members.
I can't remember what I got, what cards I drew out of that.
You got a fucking island out of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I became a lord.
Yeah,
I got screwed.
Yeah, but deck of many things. I said if you say you're going to draw, like I said, 6 cards, you draw 1 at a time. When the card is drawn, it immediately takes effect. So technically, if you get a card that says, "Hey, you now have to fight a clone of yourself to the death," nothing happens until that fight's resolved. And unfortunately, it's because of the deck, it's a one-on-one fight with yourself. They have everything you have because they are technically you. Let's see who wins, the real you or the copy. By the way, the rest of the party doesn't know what one's the real one. Then there's, your soul is now trapped on another plane and your body's just a husk. That's real problematic if you're technically an undead because you don't technically have a soul anymore. Your soul's gone, goofed off. So if you end up having the very last one being like, "Hey, wishes," well, it doesn't matter if your soul's, if like you're like, let's say your third one happens to be your soul's in outer space, because that actually cancels out the 3 other draws because your character's enabled to draw because of the deck itself. Mm-hmm. But if someone goes, "Hey, there's a 32 cards. I draw 16. As long as you don't die or become ineligible to draw, you have 16 cards, ranging from you can gain levels, gain XP, get riches, lose XP, instantly die, lose all of your riches.
Yeah, so in
This
my
can
case,
go
it was
two ways.
the first card I pulled was, "Hey, you've just been magically nullified."
Yeah.
You want to guess how many magical items I was wearing?
A lot.
I lost. It was an estimate at like 15,000 gold of fucking magical items.
I was more than that, because several of the magical
Oh,
items
wow.
were worth more than 20 grand. Your cheapest
Yeah,
ones
I
were
lost.
around 10 grand.
Okay, so yeah, I lost a lot of money in gold in that one.
Yeah, because it
And
wasn't
then my
just
set.
like everything got nullified. It was then you just lost everything. So it was a clusterfuck.
It was magical nullification. My second card was, "Hey, you're no longer at this location." Where am I? In a castle in a prison cell in the middle of nowhere. No, that's cool.
Well, depending on my company at the time, that might not be such a bad option.
It really, you know,
it's
in
like,
hindsight, it really wasn't.
typically it's like, hey, the entity that you're a prisoner of happens to be like a pit fiend or a Baylor, meaning you're either stuck somewhere on the abyss or stuck somewhere in hell.
And then card
enjoy
3
that.
for me was, "Hey, you've got a shit ton of XP. Cool. Doesn't matter, but cool." Card 4 was my wishes. Cool. I'm gonna save them for when I need them. Card 5, instant death. Yeah, I wish that doesn't happen. And then I think I pulled 7 cards, and my next like 2 or 3 cards were I think it was gold.
Yep.
And then more XP.
Yep.
And like, but at the end of it, those wishes did not do anything for me except for like get me back with the party, keep me from dying.
All your shit
like,
back.
I got like one. I got two. No, I got one. I got my staff back. I didn't even get anything else back. And then my last wish. I think the last wish was to lower the level of my XP deficit.
Yeah, that's what it was. Also, I was trying to interject in an inside joke at the time when Lusk said that Nyx was a vampire. I was gonna go, no, he's not. He's just sick looking.
Oh yeah, that was so in the campaign. Nerd's character had a really hard time comprehending the fact that I was a vampire because his patron deity at the start of the campaign hated undead, and so we had to mind wipe him and block the fact that I was a vampire. So every time somebody would call me out for being a vampire, he would just sit there screaming, "He's not a vampire! He just doesn't never sleep and looks really pale." And that went on for the entire campaign after because that happened in session 2.
Yeah.
And
no,
so
that
it was a year.
Happened in sessions like 6 or 7.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because it was
well
because it was
over
the
a
second
month
sword. It was the second sword. Yeah. But yeah, so that happened. Funnily enough. And then Nerds spent the next year screaming at people, "He's not a vampire."
I had fun with it.
He doesn't drink
It's what my
blood.
character would do. I'd just roleplay.
Yeah, several people are like,
Well,
he's not. It's like, actually, according to this stuff here, his character's
No, he's
like,
not.
nope, he's
Yeah.
not. He could drink blood, like grab one of you guys and start sucking your blood right now. His mind is, he's just giving you a really, really intense hickey.
Like,
because nothing.
And here's the funny
short-
thing. Here's the funny thing. I supplied bacon with blood, not knowing why I was doing it. He was just like, I need blood. And I'm like, okay, here's a barrel of blood. Me thinking the entire time, he's a magic dude. I guess he needs it for a spell component or something, not to keep him alive.
he thought I was a blood magic user for a year.
It got real funny real quick.
Oh, it was hilarious. Oh my god. There was literally a pack of wild fae surrounded us and said he's a vampire. We could smell him. And Bashes or nerds are standing there going, he's not a vampire. He's not undead. It was funny. It's funny because both
feel guilty about that after a minute.
Well, we couldn't let him know because if he were to find out I was an undead, me and him would have had to fight because he was technically a fae, but his religion more so pushed him in the direction of I hate fucking undead.
Yeah.
And so if he had actually known I was a vampire, he would have had to kill me.
We would have had to fight, and then Badge would have died.
Yeah, because Badge was not very strong in the early game.
I was the fucking group's Uber when I finally was able to fly with the Chimera and be strong enough to carry everybody in a cart.
Yeah, he was also trying to become the group's frontliner because we didn't actually technically have one at the start of that campaign. Inadvertently, the frontliners we had were shit at being frontliners. So the group's sorcerer and shaman, the magic caster, and the healer ended up being the frontliners.
The healer who couldn't heal half the group.
Because we were all undead.
Not because they're all undead. One of the races is healed through negative energy and damaged through positive because they have negative energy affinity. So he couldn't heal several party members because of it.
He was the healer who couldn't heal.
I was so pissed because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to focus. I wanted to be I wanted to have the Chimera form to be a little bit tankier, so I just wouldn't die outright in my, normal form to be able to still heal. And by I don't know, what was it? Fucking episode
by session
6, 7, and 8, I'm just like, well, I guess go fuck me then.
So what we were not aware of at the start was the full extent of the special races. Now, mind you, we didn't expect 4 players in our campaign to have that special race.
Fucking so mad. So mad.
They were a spider spirit, and they have to get treated like undead for healing. And like Lux said, quite literally half the party could not be healed by the healer. I ended up healing that half of the party by just, smacking them with harm spells.
Yeah, because I couldn't do that because then it would have affected my what is
alignment.
That fucking alignment. Because if I would cast any type of negative spell, my alignment would have gone down, and I just wanted to stay neutral. And I think my alignment still went down somehow, but didn't go down.
It's because the party as a whole was bad.
Yeah, it was a party.
We saved the world. I don't know what they're complaining about.
Well,
it's the way we did it.
Because one of the catch-22s with D&D, if you do willfully or even unwillfully do certain things, your alignment goes south real quick. Technically, by the rules, and this is mainly enforced by assholes. If you cast a spell with the evil descriptor, you're evil.
I would never be able to be good in those kinds of campaigns. I would always be evil. I may start as good. I would end up evil.
If you socialize with an evil creature outside of trying to defeat it, you're evil. Which means if you're unaware that the super awesome magic shop dealer that always has the best deals and always keeps his words, if you're unaware that he's actually a devil, well, you're gonna be real suspicious because, hey, look, you guys all sold items. Yeah, you're all now evil. But why? We didn't do anything evil. We didn't do anything wrong. Why are we suddenly evil? Oh, you haven't figured that part out yet, but you guys did something this game session that made you evil. We hung out in the city, we bought some stuff, we sold some stuff, that's it. How are we evil? Think about it. Someone in the party did some sort of deal with an evil creature, and because we're technically positively socializing with that person now and making plans and stuff to do cool adventure stuff with that person, we're now all evil because that one person made some sort of deal with an evil person. Yep, now it's an evil campaign because you guys are all evil. And by evil campaign, I mean you guys have to figure out how to unevil yourself. Hey, Paladin, how's it feel to be a fallen Paladin?
Hey, Pally, how's that oath doing for you?
Okay, guys, I have to get off of here. I've got things I have to get done.
All right, Lady Celt.
Later.
Nice talking to you.
Yep. Have a good one. I will say this though, Bash was working on becoming a, I guess you would say in today's time, a corporate powerhouse, by trying to mass produce healing potions to then turn around and sell them.
Yeah. At this point,
we can reopen that campaign.
We are over our time. So we're going to end it here. Thank you guys for showing up. For those who watch this, please remember to like and follow. And we'll see you next week, and possibly sooner for a special Christmas episode. Next time on Out of State DMing.